Bagwell. Matt Elliott. Inside the 22 they come. Landry. Wicks. A little bit of space opening up. And this could be here. Swash. And a wonderful try. To open the scoring. With the number 9 Bagwell. Next to me.
That is an absolutely outstanding try. Team try.
The crowd was long. Well, the heart So free swing here. And a good Gibson. Still in play. But could be a great opportunity here. Where does this come from? Well done, 13. Oh no, we're back in it. Out. Trying to get spots. They can counter Holden. Cochran. Back to Holden. Doesn't use it. Tackling all away, so to come here. Let's take it quickly. And maybe a chance for the corner here. For right. It is as well. Hardy Randall's a corner. At one point Exeter could have been robbed of victory here. And Harbury have made an astonishing comeback. And now they lead with 15 minutes to play.
Of the game and where it's gone and how well Harbury have come back into this game. That's a sign of true champions, and if they go on to win this game, that'll be key to how they've developed this second half.
This is interesting. Could be very interesting. Oh, what a superb pass that is! This could be game, set, and match. Hold on for the corner. Hold on. Oh, he comes up just shy of the line. He continues to drive forward. Harbury maybe feeling they got one hand on the trophy here.
It's all about vision from Sam Levy, the execution outstanding as well.
Forrester. Picked up by Morgan Morris. Try saving tackle once more, but for how long? They're just shy of that line. Referee's having a good little glance at this one. Penalty coming Harbury's way. Lordy is the man to stop. That ball a metre or so out. Randall. Try. It's over. And that could be that. Landry finds a gap, and a good pass it is as well to Rory Lorimer inside of the 22. Landry out wide, Wilcock, Roberts tries to gap, and Roberts is in. Roberts scores. What drama we have here. Exeter are back in it with 4 minutes to play.
And they needed a moment of magic. They got it from Ted Landry. He's the guy that takes the ball to the line. He brings players into the game. The pass out the back, and out of nowhere, where they've been completely outplayed for the last 30 minutes, they are right back in this game.
One of your life. It is the most important. It is absolutely right. This ball going right to the back. right into Randall's hands, who has been absolutely superb. Boots it off the field! And they have reached the promised land! Hartpury are the treble champions of 2016-17. National 1 champions done with 4 games to spare. Super Rugby champions done. And now BUCS Rugby champions for 2016-17. Thank you very much.
Sean, you must be over the moon with yourselves. I mean, you guys had to pull it back from the beginning, bit of a shaky start, but awesome finish.
Yeah, to come down in the final, to come back from 14-3 down. You know, we've done it, quarter-final, semi-final. Always really nice. We finished the game off, and the full credit goes to the 22-man squad. The impact off the bench was huge, and that's what we needed. So amazing, absolutely over the moon for all the boys.
And for me, Sean, huge congratulations, brilliant effort. The treble, you know, absolutely historic in university rugby, but you know, under the post there for me, big moment in the game. 14-3 down. Exeter decide to go for the corner instead of going to 17-3. You know, for your guys to come back from that position and put in a performance in the second half. I mean, Harry Randall, 20 minutes, he was just on fire. How good was it? Especially when Seb Negri went off as well.
Yeah, exactly that. When your leader goes off, we got other leaders on the field as well, and you're exactly right. Harry Randall did that job for us as a 9. I think Sam Lehman was outstanding with it as well, but Morgan Morris, every time our number 8 had that ball, everything was go forward. And when you got that go forward in attack and defence, it's so much easier.
Yeah, for me, when you needed it, at the time you needed it, your big players stepped up. You know, for me, Sam Leeming probably doesn't get enough credit, but the execution for that try out wide when he put in the crossfield kick, it's not just the vision, it's the execution. And from then on in, you know, Randall scored off the quick tap. But all in all, that second half must have pleased you. Come from where you were.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Like you said, it was 14-3, and I think it was crucial that we scored right at the end, just before half-time. And we knew we were in that game, definitely, at half-time. The boys have a lot of belief in it because they know it's 80 minutes rugby. Just over the moon.
Well, you deserve it. Enjoy tonight, and also good luck for tomorrow. Third child on the way.
Thank you very much. Very nervous times, but thank you. Cheers.
The 2017 BUCS Rugby champions are the team from Hartpury College. They are most definitely in time place.
Inches away from this Irish line. There's a massive overlap on the right, if they can see it. Massive overlap.
And now they look to use it, but he's going to go his own, and it's Dixon, the England fly half, who gets first blood in this game. There were numbers over, but he didn't need it. A beautiful outside up by Mark Dixon of England. Shot that nicely, and that's Ireland's first points of the game. Ryan on there. He crashes through, and it's the big man from Sunderland who crashes over. Perhaps an unexpected position for the back row to find himself in on that right touchline. But it's Simon Azokwe who beats 3 men to score England's second try of the game. Maguire for Ireland with the throw-in. Looking to play it around the back to Gilsman. And they put their left wing in. McIlroy's gone, and he's passing it down the right wing, and it's going to be Mullen who goes in the corner. Mullen, a great bit of backs play there. They carved straight through the white defence, and England couldn't do anything about that. Chance to put Ireland 1 point behind England. 26 minutes into this game. Straight and true. And that is a second penalty for Brian Mollen, who collects well. And that bounces on this wobbly pitch here in Oxford. It's not gone into touch. McIlroy looking to run straight back at them. Supported well though by Falloon, and Falloon's going on his own. He finds his right winger, Mollen, and Mollen goes under the posts. And that was way too easy for the boys in emerald green. England hands on their heads, not sure what happened there, but a great bit of counter-attacking rugby from Ireland. Big hoof this time, he doesn't pull it. Just sneaking inside the far upright for Brian Mollen.
Tom Starman from Oxford, you know, outside that too. So he's done well too.
Little break around the outside from Sam Poynton, and he's on his own. He has a Zukwe to his left, but Sam Poynton doesn't need it, and he turns on the afterburners. What a solo score from Sam Poynton, the Loughborough man at scrum half for England today. A fantastic solo score, over 50 metres out from the try line. He made the break around the fringes, and with 20 metres to the line, he completely gassed. The number 9, Sam Poynton. Fullback. A solo score of pure brilliance from Sam Poynton. Poynton, though, the try scorer, with the put-in. Big pressure scrum for England here. Looks as if it was collapsed on this near side though, and Ireland have got it, and it's a try via their scrum half, Nick Peters. We said it was a pressure scrum.
Well, I don't know how they got that against their head. How that came out the Irish side, I've got no idea.
Dunbar trying to crash this one up on his own. He accelerates so well in such a short space of time. Nuttall on his own, looking for some support. Quick ball from Watson to Poynton. Poynton going to go on his own, and Poynton, the gas man, scores. He saw the space. And a short dart from Sam Poynton. He slid out from scrum half, now playing at fly half. And a great try to get England back in this game. Gilsman with the sky blue socks, kicks that into the sky. Ireland go level then. Minutes left to play here at Iffley Road. The crowd trying to cheer England on over the line here. They just need to take their time. It's a good option. Watson to Poynton for his hat-trick, and he's going to put Stileman in the corner, and Stileman gets there. The Oxford University student on his home patch. They didn't have extra men over this near touchline, but when you have a man like Sam Poynton with the ball in hand, it counts for two, and he put Tom Stileman in over the corner. A great moment for him. Ireland trailed by 7 points. A great take by Bailey Falloon of Ireland. Ireland beginning to march this towards the line. It's on for them, and they get it over, and it's a try for Ireland, and it's all too easy for the boys in green. A score for Andrew Keating. He played in this fixture here last year, and he scored with 2.5 minutes left to play. Supporters here, hearts in their mouth, not willing to take a breath. Almost over there for Barnard.
Oh, he's called held up.
And the referee has called it held up. So close. Unbelievably close for Jack Barnard. But the final whistle is blown here at Iffley Road. Final scores, England students 36, combined students of Ireland 36, all level at the end. A great game from both sides under beautiful conditions and fantastic support here today.
What was your take on the game from an Irish perspective?
Oh, I was absolutely delighted, to be honest. The result, I would have preferred if we had a won, but I think a fair result in the end. It was an exhibition of rugby, of university rugby in both countries at its best.
Look, I think it's a great performance, you know, coming from different backgrounds and so on, different universities, and put a performance like that and then don't stop playing, you know. I'm very proud of the boys, even there at the end, drawing the game, and then I heard the boys saying jouez, jouez with 30 seconds left, so I couldn't go against our philosophy, and although we made an error, we fought back, and 36 all I think is a good result.
Gutted not to win it, that's what we're here to do, but probably in the end maybe a draw is a fair result. I thought the boys, considering we've just come together, we've had 5 days, I thought we were outstanding. We've gelled really well and we've picked up loads, considering we've all come from different teams, so happy with that.
Yeah, we got together on Wednesday and they've built up really well over the days. It was pretty hard Friday, but the boys have really responded, gelled together, and it showed today with 5 really good tries.
Healy, Stimpson. So these guys aren't playing anymore because they're all with academies. So I think that's why not so many nations run their students. But I think it's great. I think it is coming back now. You're seeing the likes of Josh Beaumont, who's obviously came through Durham University. I think people are recognising that there are some very good rugby players out there who will then get Premiership contracts. I think a few of the Exeter boys have got contracts. So it's great to see that there is another pathway. It's not just through academies.
No, absolutely. Yeah, I think you took the words right out of my mouth there. Benjamin, what's the BUCS Super Rugby season has done this year? They're playing competitive rugby now, week in, week out. And you've seen some great talent on show, and some of them you'll see here this evening as well.
Yeah, like even just out there tonight, I think Harry Glover's represented England Sevens on the Sevens campaign. I think where's the fly? 10 Landry, I think he may have got an Exeter Chiefs contract. So it's absolutely fantastic that they get to represent their country in a great occasion like this. They get to get an education that they can fall back on if rugby doesn't work out or they get an injury, and then they can have a go at it once they finish their degrees as well. So I think it's fantastic. I think student rugby is growing and growing and growing now.
Looking at the two sets of 15 when we're watching them warming up, you've seen the England squad throwing the ball around, and you've seen the France set of 15, and there was one or two of them who were, big units, as it were, Sam. I think is the best word to describe them. Is this a case tonight, this game would be beauty against the beast?
It may be. We may see two contrasting styles, which is always great to see. Like, as we said, I think Aaron Jones said they want to be fast and furious. England want to throw the ball around. I dare say the French want to do that, but the size of their forwards, they'd be crazy not to use them. So it'll be interesting to see whether they come out and chuck it around in typical French flair, or they stick it up the jumper and use their beast, because they are massive, as we'll soon see them coming out.
Join the conversation on Twitter with the hashtag England Students is the hashtag on Twitter if you want to get in touch with us, as both sets of squads make their way now out onto the field. Firstly, the France squad making their way out onto the field of play, closely followed by England.
And right behind them, the English students rugby team as well.
So both squads will make their way now out into the middle, ahead of the two national anthems.
Andy Wheatley and Mark Dorn, and the fourth official, Alex Marsh.
So then now we'll play silence for the national anthems first, La Marseillaise of France.
Thank you.
And now the national anthem of England. So both national anthems sung with passion from both squads, and now it's time for the rugby to do the talking. Our referee has come across the Severn Bridge. Robert Price from South Wales is our man in the middle this evening, ably assisted by Andy Wigley and Mark Doran from the RFU. So the England team are just having one last little bit of a warm-up on the near touchline, as we are just a little bit early. This game due to kick off at dead on 1:30, and we're about a good 90 seconds early or so. And maybe referee Mr. Price also wants to start things a little bit early as well. It will be University of Exeter's Ted Landry with the man to get this international underway. As we're underway here at the Cwmdingo at the University of Bristol. And an awkward start from the French side. And an early England advantage to be played here with a knock-on and a good chance to open the scoring here. And to find a front foot in this international. Pointon out wide. This is going to be a brilliant start here for England. Glover. What a start indeed. Well, lightning fast, under half a minute. And Harry Glover of Newcastle has opened the scoring. Blink and you miss him.
What a wonderful start from England. Just like their first try against Ireland, they spot a weakness on the blind side. Landry spots it, goes blind here. Half a break, Glover finish it. Mismatch there. What a wonderful start from England.
Well, absolutely indeed, the perfect start. One attack, one score. And Landry, difficult kick, but let's see how he is from the hockey this evening. 195 points from his boot in the BUCS season. Around about an 80 to 85% strike rate throughout the season. But this to give England the perfect start in just under 2 minutes. Just misses on this occasion, but it's the exact start England will be looking for, Sam.
Oh, absolutely perfect. French would be disappointed. Pretty regular kick-off, under no pressure. He's dropped it, but England have capitalised absolutely fully. Looked after the ball, spotted a weakness on the blind side, and took it. What a great start.
Thomas Darnon with the restart for France. Pointon. Good tackle there from Rampa. Pointon uses Landry, who finds touch. And a first test for the French hooker, Thomas Baudez, from that far touchline.
Yeah, no frills from England there. They catch the restart. Landry's got a mammoth boot and he puts it away. What is interesting is the French have got 3 back and there's space on the open side. I wonder whether the England outside backs are actually calling for it, whether they will have a go from deep soon. I know that they've got licence to play, so it'd be quite interesting if they do.
Baudin collected by Lestra. But the French pack using that weapon we suggested, Sam. The strong forwards, these French forwards, and they've gained 20 yards from it. Odrit. Romero. Darnon. Anthony Nollier inside the 22 France come. Romero. Thomas Baudez. Romero, Darnon. Paris. Romero. Inside pass to Rampa. But the referee spotted an earlier infringement. But just an example there of how dangerous France can be.
Yeah, we saw the size of their pack beforehand. They got a good line-out drive going, but fair play. England defended it well, and then with the ball, France were just pretty much playing one-out runners, and the English defence looked very comfortable there. So England will be happy with their defensive start there. I think France are going to have to come up with a little bit more if they're going to break through this English defence.
First scrum of the evening.
This is what the French came here to do, scrummage.
Well, have you got that? Oh. Yeah. George Wakakogi's on the field. He's got an early change. I'm not sure he may have come off, and maybe James Murdoch of Notts might be the man he's replaced, but that's a very early replacement. Only 4 minutes into the tie. England scrum. Good strong French resistance there. And a good tackle there from Thibaut Rampart to stop the England assault. Landry, crossfield kick. Still caught though by Glover. Isaac Miller of Loughborough. His teammate Sam Poynton. Ball pops out, still in England possession. And they've got the penalty coming from a high tackle as well. It may not be needed, but that's going to play, but back they come for that said penalty.
Yeah, ominous signs at that scrum again. The French had England going back at a bit of a rate of lots, sorry.
I know it's easy to do.
Yeah, I'm getting a bit biased there. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I'm a proud Englishman. But yeah, and then you see a great kick from Landry, which Harry Glover's taken in the air. So again, two contrasting styles. England definitely want to put some width on it, and the France really are just going to use the line-out drive in their scrum to try and get the dominance.
Landry with the big boot. Sends England up to the halfway line. Miller, the England captain, for this first test from the touchline. For one, and he fails at this occasion. Pickpocketed by France. And again, Sam, another example of how strong these forwards are, and that they're going to be using their strength to try and build possession and build territory.
Yeah, as we said before, and will it be a case of two contrasting styles? I think we now know the answer. Most definitely French forwards versus England's pace.
Danon. Tackled by his opposite number, Landry. Romero spots a gap opening up, closed on him by James McCroy of Exeter. Up towards the 22. France with an advantage to be played here. So they've got a free swing coming their way. Danon with the drop goal. Not a bad effort. Indeed, it's a good effort. France are on the board.
Yeah, again, they've stolen the English line out. One out runners, powerful, and they've got the penalty, so I suppose it's a shot to nothing. But I never really understand, when it's a shot to nothing, why don't you keep the ball in hand and actually go for the score? Because you're going to get the penalty anyway. So I'd much rather see them run it there, but fair play, they're on the score sheet. Game on.
England lead 5 points to 3. An early Harry Glover penalty scored after 28 seconds. Response from Thomas Danon's drop goal. Ball went backwards from the restart. France have been a little bit lackadaisical at the restart. The two kickoffs we've seen so far, they have been at 6s and 7s. Okay, thunderous hit on the Loughborough fullback. Will Britain of Bath, axe scrum half. Kabash of France tackling Dan Preston Routledge. And now England on the run, trying to get France on the back. George Koki of Northumbria University. Britain, Landry. Alex Giltrow, the University of West England. Britain. Charged down by Lionel Paris. Trying to put Landry under pressure here. You may have to be careful here. The referee is happy Well, France have certainly come here to dance, but now it begins to open up.
Go on, big fella.
Spotted the gap to the number 6, James McRae of Exeter. He scored 7 tries in the BUCS rugby season, and he's not afraid to score from anywhere around the field, and England win the penalty.
Yeah, England regathered really well there after the charge down. They got back, looked after the ball, and you see him there, spot the gap.
A la NFL style.
Yep, snuck straight through the middle. Moves quick for a big fella, didn't he?
Yeah, James McRae scored 7 tries for Exeter. He's one of their top try scorers in the BUCS rugby season. After the number 8, Tom Lawday, who's now at Exeter Chiefs. And speaking of Exeter, this is the man who's got the ball in hand right now. Ted Landry, the top point scorer in the BUCS rugby season. And this to extend England's advantage to 5 points. Sends it on its way and right into the heart of the goal.
Kicks the ball absolutely beautifully. Kicks it a mile.
Penalty for England, Ted Landry.
So Ted Landry extends England's advantage. 5 points of difference. 8-3 they lead.
Yeah, that'd be great for his confidence as well, because no fly-off lights getting charged down, but he got back on the ball. England set it up and he smacked that straight through the middle.
Beautiful April evening here in Bristol. Been an absolutely gorgeous day across the country. A warm, it's like a summer's evening here in early April. But right now it's quite warm on the field as well. This game's bubbling up nicely. France will have the line out. When they were a bit of half asleep, I think they're still in the changing rooms in the first minute of the play, but they seem to have come into the game very much so in the last 10 minutes.
Yeah, they're right back in the game, as you say. Poor restart, but since then they've looked excellent, and this line-out drive is ominous. Everyone, it looks as if they're going forward, they're getting yardage, and now it's incredibly hard to stop.
That's 20 yards that they've just gained there from that drive. It's a massive weapon in their arsenal. And still they continue to burrow themselves forward. Now goes to ground. Romero. Inside the 22. France looking to answer the question straight away. Danon. Picked up by Audrey. Now Lestra. Romero. Audrey again. Romero goes to his left-hand side. No, this time off the boot of Desirant. Tackle there by Dan Preston Routledge. England remaining resolute. Rampa. Romero. Danon. Valentin Soares into the 22. Unless it's Gerald Lestra. Still there, chance here for France. Zika, 4 metres out. Alamo defending from England at the minute. Lestra. Janet. Romero, Danon. Good inside pass to Ollier. Gap begins to open up now, Romero. Rampa. Just needed the offload, it's still. And the ball comes back and France get the penalty, and somebody could be in a little bit of danger here, but good England defending, must be said, even though only to concede the penalty.
Yeah, great defence. Like France must have gone through about 14, 15 phases there, and fair play to the French. They've kept the ball well, but a lot of it is just one-out stuff, and the England look happy defending that. They've got good line speed. They don't miss tackles. and the French looking out there, a few of them look out of their feet already, actually.
Only played 13 minutes.
And the English look fresh. So I think, will France last the full 80 minutes? I don't know. But fair play to the England defence. Really, really just quite happy. A little bit of a break, but they're... But it all, again, started from that line-out drive. England have got to try and stop this line-out drive somehow, because it looks like France's best weapon.
Well, France do have a penalty right now. Would you fancy a scrum?
As you say, what have they got to lose? But they're not. It looks as if they're taking the goal. But yeah, it would be... it'd be interesting. We've had one scrum and they were very, very dominant. You're just an adventurous soul, aren't you, Johnny?
Indeed, but... We did have this conversation last week when Hartbury and Exeter played in that BUCS Championship final, and when Exeter were 14-3 up, they went for the line out instead of going for goal, and some was arguing that may have cost them in the end, losing that final. But France are going to take something from their efforts here. And Danon kicks right in the heart of the goal, 2 points behind, 8-6.
Yeah, it just shows how seriously they're taking it. They want to come here for the win. It's not just a sort of run around. They've taken it seriously. They want to get the win. When they're in the 22, come away with points. They must try and catch this kick-off. We've had 2 so far and they haven't claimed one yet.
Landry with the restart. And again, a little bit of 6s and 7s there. There's about 7, 8 of them looking at each other in the France squad there. They think... A bit of a danger there, but France do have possession, but for how long? Robinson of Northumbria was the man who caught it and dumped straight away. And France will have the line-up.
Fair play, England have actually dealt with the 2 box kicks from Romero really well. Both have been absolutely pinpoint accurate with good French chasers, but again, French line-out, which, as we said, has looked autonomous, but they've shortened it here, so maybe they're going to go off the top, which surprises me.
Just to remind you, join the conversation on Twitter. The hashtag is England Students. Get in touch if you've got a question for myself or Sam Howard. In the meantime, Audrey, loose pass there from Romero, but it's been picked up by Danon, and a good offload it is from the France number 10 to Tisserand. This is Paris. Paris, good offload again to Tisserand. He's trying to go for the corner. Good England defence once more. The ball pops out. But it's a good opportunity here for France. Zicard trying to dive forward towards the line. Is he over? Just shy. And ball has been knocked forward, and England will have the chance to breathe again. Picked up by James McRae of Exeter. Ball hoofed down here by Poynton. It's not going to go into touch. Instead, and they've got massive overlap here on the left-hand side to go quickly. Instead, a drop goal from a mile away. It's not a bad effort, you know, but it's just underneath the posts. Landry with the kick. And is that going to stay in play? It certainly is. Back to Tisserand of France. We've got a game of tennis going on from one 22 to the other at the moment. Romero. Janet. Caramel inside the England half. Audrey, good hands again from France. Leno Paris, and once more Janet, man to his right hand side. Romero is dumped into touch, but another test of the England defence and one that they pass.
Yeah, that's just the absolutely magnificence of France at times when they can offload. Great line from 13 there. Before that, they had a superb passage of play. But then the infuriatingness of some French players, like that drop goal was never going to go over. They had a 4-man overlap if he'd actually gone, and they just gave it back to England. But at last, we've seen some French flair. We've shown what their backs can do, and hopefully we'll actually see them run the ball a little bit. But yeah, that was a crazy drop goal when they had about 4 men in loads and loads of space out to the left.
Well, it wasn't a bad effort. It was only about 4 metres short, but still, even from that length, he's not exactly Francois Stein, is he?
No, but if England had a white wall in front of them, then I'd sort of understand him. But there was so much space on the left and he had numbers back. It would have been good to see them actually have a go from there, especially as they just look so good in attack.
Miller failed with his first line out. Again, a little bit scrappy with the second. England keep possession. Poynton. Alfie Barron. Farbury, the man who collected. Poynton again now with the box kick. Again, it's going to stay in play, but it's going to be a little bit of a scrap, and it's brilliantly well taken by George Wakoki-Koki. Poynton. Landry. Poynton decides to go himself. Offload, caught by Landry on the second bounce, but tackled there by Valentin Sars. England win the penalty, and it'll be a chance for everybody to have a moment's breath.
Absolutely outstanding aerial skills there from George Wakoki. Poynton put a great box kick up, and he's claimed it in the end, giving England back the ball, and now they've got a penalty. They've got to look after their lineouts, though. The French lineouts dominating at the moment. England need to win some set-piece ball, because once they've got it, I think they can absolutely tear up if they can get the ball up through a couple of phases.
Our referee Robert Price just explained to Jean Thomas his decision, and Landry with the ball in hand is going to be sending this one deep inside French territory. Well, he only gets it up to the halfway line. Miller. His third time going to be a charm. It certainly is on this occasion. Well, I spoke too soon. Ball knocked on. It will be a France put in at the scrum if they fancy it. Instead, they're going to have a little run themselves. Here they come, Paris. Romera. Caramel. Romera. Penalty going France's way. And you'd argue the first couple of rounds have gone England's way, but I think since the 10-minute mark, I think the last 10 minutes has been all France.
Yeah, it has been all France, and it's come about from England not being able to secure any line-out ball, which has just meant France are just coming at them wave after wave. Powerful runners, and England are just defended pretty much non-stop, as you say, for the last 10 minutes. But they have to win their line-out. They won it that time, but then there was a slight knock-on by Poynton at scrum half. But as I said, I think if and when England do get some ball and look after it, I think that we're going to see them open up.
Thomas Danon is the man looking to send France into a 1-point lead. 20 minutes into this half. Danon to go 1 point clear. Well, he's kicked that low, and that's a bit of a shank with a 4-iron there, but off that boot, in all fairness. I think I was doing one of them at Royal St David's last week. But still, England 8, France 6.
It's a typical French fly half, and he's mercurial. He goes for drop goals from the length of the pitch, but then he shanks one like that.
Oof! Oh my word! Well, he's okay. The France captain Jean Thomas. But he came down horizontal at 1 minute there, but he's absolutely fine. Audrit of France. Romera. Rampa. Thomas. Thunderous hit on the French captain. Danon. And Danon, it may go himself. Ooh, great run by the French fly half. And France have the lead, and it's more than they deserve.
As we just said about French fly halves, absolutely after a shank kick, what a wonderful try. We saw a break he made probably about 5 minutes ago, and he's done exactly the same there. A little bit fortuitous. England have shown great line speed, getting off the line. You see here, big second row comes forward and makes a massive hit, but the fly half tidies up brilliantly. really shouldn't be scoring from this position, but he does brilliantly. Great speed, little show of the ball, over and goes. Well played, young man.
Well, so far, it is England 8, Thomas Damon 11. All the points have come from the France number 10. But this to extend the lead to 5. Misses on the left-hand side of the upright, so 3-point game. France lead here in Bristol by 11 points to 8.
As you say, England just haven't been in the game for the last 10 minutes. I think all of the players been in their half. They need to just get some territory, but that's only going to come if they can get some possession, and they just can't get their hands on the ball at the moment.
France are mercurial this time with the restart. And now on the drive once more. Going to continue to go forward, but Mr. Price stops it for an infringement, and England have the put-in.
And now, thankfully, in a great position. Like again, that maul was set up by France. It was looking ominous, but they've just sort of broke away from each other. So England have got a scrum in a great position. Hopefully, they get some good ball and they can use this talented back line of theirs.
But we've seen how dangerous this French scrum and this pack have been so far.
I think this is only the second scrum of the game, isn't it?
Indeed,
I don't think France have had one, and the first one that England had, France absolutely dominated. So this will be interesting to see how England cope with this scrum here.
Well, this time England win the penalty from it.
Much better scrum, really good scrummage from England. You just wonder whether or not that French pack is starting to tire already, because they are massive. But yeah, really good scrum from England. Gives the chance for Landry to get some more points on the board and get them back in the game.
Landry, the man with the tee, and he'll be looking to try and get this game back on level terms. From what you've seen so far in his first 25 minutes, Sam, would you argue a level game is a fair assessment?
Absolutely, absolutely a fair assessment. Sort of France were a little bit sloppy in those first few minutes, dropped a couple of balls, England took full advantage, but since then their forwards have completely dominated this game, and hopefully he'll knock this over. And as you say, it's a very even game so far.
Landry lifts the level of the score. Well, he is human after all.
It's bizarre, he's in such beautiful conditions on such a great pitch. The goal kicking from both teams has been wayward, and both these kickers beforehand were whacking them over from all over the place.
Indeed. Well, in all fairness, I've been down in the Tottenham Sports Ground in Exeter for a couple of games this season for the BUCS Super Rugby, and in all fairness, Landry's been knocking them over from the lampshade. He's been here, there and everywhere, he's been banging them in. But today he's been a little bit suspect so far. Still a long way to go. Dunbar. Oh, my word, thunderous hit there by Rampa. And France has stolen the ball. Thomas Bordez. Romera. Danon. Janet. Romera. Kabash. Danon. England win the line out, but France have definitely come here to party, haven't they?
Yeah, they're looking really good with the ball in hand. Gilcho, the English prop, did really well there because he was faced with a mismatch against the French fullback and he managed to get across and make an excellent tackle. But then again, Dunnon at fly half is looking really sharp when he's got the ball. But again, England have the scrum. Either get the penalty or let's see. It'd be good to see them get the ball out to this back line and see what they've got.
Important scrum, this for England, especially on the halfway line. Pointing with the put-in. Well, our referee would like to have that one again.
Yeah, see, that's where I'd like to see the scrum half move the ball. It's at the back. Let's not scrummage for penalties. We've got a whole back line. It's 6v4 out there. Let's get the ball out into the hands of the fly half and let's have a go. Your guess is as good as mine, Mike.
I was I've seen them give penalties for both sides before now. But referee Robert Price has decided we'll take two instead. The ball pops out, pointing, the ball went backwards, Landry. Glover tries the breakthrough. Koki picks up, but that ball went forward. And France have a knock-on advantage. Player down at the moment as well, so England down to 14 momentarily. Bordez, good hands to Romero. Romero with the kick and now the race is on. As Audrey tries to chase. But Landry's back. There for England and my word, that was a true hospital pass, you could argue. Forrester's the man who still has it though and still in England possession. McRae. Pointon. Landry finds touch and everybody can breathe a sigh of relief.
Wow, that was a thunderous hit that we've just seen over there. I don't think Landry could have seen the French guy because I don't think he would have thrown that pass because he, as you say, is a terrible hospital pass. I just don't think he saw the French guy stood there. But again, England looked dangerous, but they just turned the ball over. So here he goes. Let's see, this is some hit coming up now. Thanks.
Well, I'm just in between the replay there, we're just coming back in and England have a penalty.
It wasn't there. I think he signalled high tackle, but it was about 20 yards to the right of that. But again, another couple of great offloads by the French. The French broke through. The French have really come to life in this last 15 minutes.
I think our cameramen just had to duck for that one, but you're absolutely right. I think for France, for their only international they're playing as France students this spring, they've really given these England students a proper test, and that was a thunderous hit there by Gerald Lestra on James Forrester. Ball may have been turned over here. Gone a bit scrappy and loose once more in France. I've got that illegally. Ball was knocked forward. England have the put in.
Yeah, I just wonder whether that first try came so easily that England have just been a little bit complacent and just not looking after the ball because they're just coughing up the ball far too easily, and they're very good players. And I just think maybe they need to just almost playing in third gear. I think if they look after the ball, they really can hurt this French team, who I don't think are as fit as the English side. And I know Aaron Jane says they won't last 80 minutes, so maybe the second half we'll see England open up a little bit more. But fair play to this French side at the moment. They don't look like blowing yet.
Oh, no, absolutely not. It's been an impressive away performance.
Yeah, considering they've only been together for 2 days as well. Obviously, this England team, they had 3 days before the Ireland game on Sunday. They've been together since then.
Again, another loose pass there, this time from Oliver Robinson. The England retain possession. They may have been turned over here again, but illegally. And England have the put-in again, but they have been put under pressure here, Sam.
Yeah, typical French. They like a bit of aggression. That's great. But I think, but I think England seem now to have the complete upper hand in the scrum. But the link between 8 and 9 has just broken down a couple of times. I think if we can get the ball out, get the ball in Landry's hands, let him pull the strings, and let's see what these England back three have got.
Tweet in from the Exeter captain, Simon Linsell. Rumour is that Ted Landry is playing for a Lions shirt this evening. Well, Simon...
not with passes like that earlier.
yeah. Get in touch, Simon. Tell me what you think of his kicking and parting so far. Points with the put-in. Well, that one will be reset and restarted. Good crowd here at the Cumdingo ground, home of the University of Bristol Rugby Club. Fantastic facilities they have here. Beautiful cricket pavilion to my right as well. That's where some of the VIPs whose voices you may be hearing in the background, that's because they're sharing our commentary box this evening. So take 2 for Sam Poynton. And collects Landry. Okay, gains the yards. Oliver Robinson. Poynton, Landry, Alfie Barron, Landry again, Forrester, ball went backwards, Landry tries the crossfield kick, trying to put Julian Tisserand under pressure, and now Tisserand using a bit of flair himself and gets up to the halfway line. But he doesn't get past Sam Poynton. Romero with the kick, spots the gap. Nobody back there for England, so Will Kay's got to mop this one up. Okay, aims for myself and Sam in the commentary box, and it's a good kick from the England 15, but taken quickly. Tisserand tries the offload, but stopped in his tracks by George Koki. Penalty England.
Great play from James McRae. He's had an outstanding half, whether he's been carrying, making massive hits, and there he's got the turnover on the steal. So now England finally should have a line out inside the French 22. Well, I don't think they've actually been in the French 22 apart from when they scored the try.
Well, they've been, yes, it's been a bit of a sacred land in this first half for England. It's the French 22. Apart from the first minutes, I think for the next 34, this really has been uncharted territory.
Fantastic position though here. They'd really be looking to come away with at least a try from this position.
But Miller's got to start it off first though, with the line-out. Miller, now the drive, coming from the England pack. Should have played France at their own game.
I think it's a free ball here. The referee's got his arm out.
Opportunity knocks as he approaches the end of this first half. And somebody could be in trouble here. Penalty England's way. And he's asking for number 5, I think. This is Giselle Lestra. I think this is just a friendly warning, but with the looks of things.
Outside and inside, yeah?
But this might be take two here, Sam. I think same again, please.
Yeah, great to see England winning that line-out drive and France having to stop it illegally. So if we can get it going again, they'll be looking for a try here.
Miller. Taking the back of the line. And now England looking to finish the half stronger here. Just shy of the try line. Picked up by Simon Bascui of Sunderland. Good Kabash there, and he's just been held up here. Azokwe of Sunderland. And ball has been turned over, and that is superb defending by the French defence.
Yeah, excellent defence from France there. Really powerful. England were in a good position from the line-out drive. That's just before that, where they were in a good position, but a few of the big French forwards absolutely smashed them all back, created hell, and then held him up there. Really good defence from the French forwards there, because England have got some big, powerful boys there as well. Let's see if England can maybe dominate this scrum and turn them over.
Another captain from the BUCS Super Rugby, Seb Nigri, who lifted the trophy at Twickenham last week for Hartbury, seeing some of his fellow brethren on the field this evening. Great to see you. Great to have you with us wherever you may be and wherever you're watching this evening, whether it be on YouTube or on Unilad on Facebook. Great to have you wherever you may be. Here to the University of Bristol for this international. As we have 90 seconds to go, roughly, in this first half. Our clock is an approximation. We do go on the referee's whistle. As France have the scrum and looking to try and clear their lines here and try and end the first half with the lead. Romera. Good England scrum. But now France trying to run this from the deep, and why not indeed? Kick infield. Will Case good trying to be the first one to it, and it is so. Picked up by McRae. Dunbar. Preston Routledge. Ball lands in touch from Alex Gautreau. And that is half time. And I think it's a scrappy way to end the first half. But a first half nonetheless that France, you'd argue, have had the better of. They've had much of the territory, much of the possession, but only a 3-point lead at half time. English students 8, France students 11. Sam Howard, your thoughts?
Yeah, as you said, France very much deserved the lead. I think we felt after 5 minutes when England took that lead early that it might be a little bit ominous and England could open up, but fair play to the French. They've dominated the line-outs, the scrum's been solid, and England just can't look after the ball. But as you say, at the moment, France are good for the lead.
Indeed they are. Half-time here at the University of Bristol Rugby Club. England students 8, France students 11. Let's have a look at what we've seen so far in this first half. One try apiece we've seen so far. And this was the first try, Sam. This was after 28 seconds.
Yeah, France dropped the ball from the kickoff. As I said, Landry spotted a mismatch. Fly half versus a prop, goes round him, feeds Glover, finishes there. He's not going to miss from there. Play for England at sevens. Natural try scorer. I think what you may see in the second half as well, France do leave don't cover the blind side very well. I think England may attack that blind side more in this second half because that's a wonderful try there. Great mismatch, finishes it brilliantly. Perfect start, but since that we really haven't seen much from England at all, to be fair.
Yeah, that was after about 28 seconds. France replied with a drop goal and a penalty. And then Thomas Danon, who scored all their points, picks up. And this is what you call true French flair.
Yeah, opportunistic, sort of just come from nothing. Mismatches all over the place. England sort of weren't set in defence. You can see the England line speed here. They get off the line, make a big hit, so then they're disjointed, and then he just picks off people for fun. Shows his pace. A little bit of a Matt Dawson dummy inside. Yeah, he showed glimpses of absolute class. I think he's made a couple of breaks. He's obviously got the drop goal. He's gone for a 50-metre drop goal, which just dropped short. But yeah, no, he's pulling the strings well out there for French fly half.
Let's say you're the England coach. Let's say you're the France coach. What are the words at half-time?
I think the England coaches won't be overly happy with the performance so far, but I think it'll be, let's keep calm. I think that they're pretty adamant that the French team will blow up and their fitness won't last. But I think they've got to play a little bit more possession, and they've just got to look after the ball. They keep playing for 2 or 3 phases, and then they knock on. I think if they look after the ball, they really can hurt this French side, who sort of get a little bit tired after 4 or 5 phases. And I think I would attack the blind side a little bit more. They leave numbers. They wrap round the French, and there's space on the blind side, especially with their back three and the speed of them. I think that's what England have got to try and do.
From a France point of view, same again?
Yeah, absolutely. But playing with sort of typical French passion, they're smashing into breakdowns, they're turning England over with big hits, and when they're getting turnover ball, they're attacking from everywhere and looking to offload. 2 big centres in the who are actually getting over the gain line and looking to offload. So yeah, I really do think it's a case of, will France last, and can England get their hands on it, look after the ball a little bit better than they are.
Just to use an old boxing analogy that Muhammad Ali used to do, rope-a-dope, as it were. You know, let the other guy tire themselves out and then try and win it in the last quarter of the boxing tie. Is that what you feel England might be doing here?
I'm not sure they're doing it deliberately. As we said, Aaron James before said England want to play fast and furious, but they just haven't looked after the ball well enough to be able to do that. The couple of times they've done it, they've spilt the ball, or it's been a bad pass. So I think they want to play at high tempo and wear this French team out. But actually, I think it's the French team actually playing with most of the ball that's going to tire them out, rather than what England are actually doing with the ball.
At the hour mark, when we see the replacements coming on, I think this could be a very important phase of the time. How good these replacements really are as well, and how much they can affect the last 20 minutes of the game.
Yeah, I don't know about the French system now. Again, how many of their top players are academies, or whether they're in the university system. But obviously, there's a lot of talent on that England bench. And I think what surprised me, I thought England may look a little bit more organised. The fact that they've been together in camp for a while, but it just does show you're throwing all these boys together from different universities who play different styles. And it shows what a difficult job it is for the coaches to try and get everyone sort of playing the same way and unite them as a team. And it seems as if the French have done that better than the English at the moment.
Just remind you, if you're on Twitter, join in the conversation. Tweet us with the hashtag England Students this evening. If you want to get in touch with myself or Sam, some of the more generous tweets that will be put on the screen this evening. And there's one from Peter Gillibrand, all of EURFC behind Clubman, McRae and Landry tonight. Yes, indeed, the Exeter University have had a good season. Second in the BUCS Super Rugby in their debut season, and then get to the final at Twickenham last week.
Isn't it great? I think we've got 2 local mini sides here, kids out there playing tag on a beautiful Friday night. This is where it all starts.
Well, exactly. We're going to be chatting to the head of RFU Education very shortly, Mark Saltmarsh. I think he's going to be coming over to have a chat with us. But yeah, you're rightly saying, Sam. This is where it starts, indeed, isn't it? So and it's great to see that even the crowd are enjoying it right now as well.
Oh, it's great. Like, you go down any local rugby club on a Sunday, you see thousands of little kids playing mini rugby, boys and girls, whether it's tag. It's absolutely fantastic. I think the RFU are doing a great job in bringing in new initiatives, new rules to make the game, get more kids playing open rugby, which is excellent.
Well, just getting a little bit more of an explanation of what's going on right now. Dave Woodward from Bristol Rugby is alongside me. Dave, just explain to everybody at home what's going on right now.
Well, this is St Brendan's Rugby Football Club. They've inherited this minis from a very famous school, which is St Brendan's School in Bristol, who have supplied a lot of internationals throughout the ages, and also some very famous Bristol and Bath players. Brendan Perry, a lot of people may remember. Ian MacDonald, people may remember, and the famous
great try there. Great try for non-bibs.
Wing forward, so mesmerised by the try. Davidson, who played for Ireland as well. And they're a big school, and from that, of course, this is now St Brendan's old boys, but they start them very young these days at 8 years old, and this is their minis playing here today. And this is their home ground now. They don't have their own ground, so they rent this from Bristol University. So they play here every weekend, and of course they have a big mini section which is weekends. It's just fantastic, really.
Well, when you see these guys play, you can just see that the passion and even the skill on such an early age. It's fantastic and great to see, isn't it?
But did we see the young ladies score the first try? That was brilliant, absolutely brilliant. We're all for that, and they have a lot of around this area. There's a lot of people who are really interested in rugby football. They adore Bristol, although unfortunately that's another story. We won't talk about that too much tonight. But they absolutely adore it, and they're down here every Sunday morning with coaches who give their time free of charge, obviously. And this is what happens at 8 years old is fantastic, I think. Absolutely brilliant.
Well, rugby education is something we want to chat about at half time. Let's bring the gentleman to your left in, if you don't mind. This is Mark Somash from the RFU. Good evening to you, Mark. Great to have you with us. Let's chat about what you do. Just explain to everybody at home what your job entails.
So my title is Head of Education Development for the RFU, and basically all our work involving our strategies around growing the game in schools, colleges and universities is what I deal with. So clearly where we are tonight is the pinnacle of the student game, and a number of the players have played in BUCS Super Rugby, which is part of what we've worked with BUCS on this year. So that's one area, and also the kids we see running around now is our area as well. So we're sort of spanning the whole of the game, trying to provide the game for as many people as possible, whatever their ability level, and of course all the coaches, volunteers, teachers that go with that as well.
We're seeing when England won the World Cup 14 years ago, I think that was the catalyst that began a lot of more injection into the youth game, and you're seeing the fruits of the labour now with the current England setup. What is the next level? Where do we go from here?
You're right, Johnny. We saw a lot of growth in 2003. We did a good job at trying to keep that going. Lots and lots of young people coming into the game. We've moved on since then, and certainly, although 2015 wasn't that successful on the pitch, we believe it was hugely successful for the rest of the game. And now we've got loads more people playing the game, loads more coaches, and our focus now is to make sure that we just grow that group. So more referees, we help our volunteers to do more and more of what they want to do, and also get more people playing the game. And that's not just our traditional groups of people who play the game in our traditional schools, etc., but it's right across the board. So we're growing the game in schools that haven't played the game before, secondary schools with our All Schools programme. We have a second drive after 3 years of growing the women's game, a real drive to double that number up to 50,000 regular women's players in the next 4 years as well as all those other areas of the game that haven't necessarily experienced it before in areas of the country.
You just mentioned the women's game, actually. What is the appetite for that at the youth level at the minute?
Yeah, really strong. It's all part of providing opportunities for kids to get involved in sport, and as we all know, that's a real agenda socially as well and for the government. But girls want to play the game, there's no doubt about it. We've got some fantastic role models now in our game for them in England and across the world. The efforts we're putting into growing the game are being helped hugely by the success of the England team, the England squad as well, which is something that we want to continue. So loads and loads of girls wanting to play the game. Just by way of an example on that, in our All Schools programme, 160,000 new players to the game, almost a half of them are girls. So the appetite is absolutely there, and our clubs are getting ready to accept them into the club system as well.
Looking at where we are tonight, we're at university level for both of these guys. I've been enjoying the BUCS Super Rugby season, no doubt. I think yourself.
I've heard you enjoying it.
yeah, absolutely. My voice has gone many a time. But But looking from what that is developed from, isn't that a good test of where new talent can also be breeded from an academic background as well as the academy background?
Yeah, what we all want to do is we want to make sure that young people can make the choice to play the game no matter what their environment they're in, and the academy has really helped. The academy system has really helped to ensure that players with the strongest talent have an opportunity to take that on in that environment. We also have a really strong rugby playing school programme as well, where the schools themselves do something similar. Now, on top of that, we've got our scholars, if you like, the sort of 3A students who go into the university system are now getting more of a link as well to that. And actually the link between BUCS Super Rugby, our university partners and the academy system, we've had 2 sessions already this year of them working together, and there's a real appetite to make sure those academically gifted players who are also rugby gifted players have more of an opportunity in that environment. So it's all part of the plan of one system really. So yeah, massive success, and it's not only BUCS Super Rugby that we want to help to grow the rest of it and step up the rest of the BUCS game as well, and the game in universities. We've seen some good growth again this year, particularly in the women's game, but more teams play in the men's game, not only in the BUCS system but in below it as well, more informal, flexible, come along, have a go, have some fun type stuff as well. So it's a real growth area for us.
Just one final question for me. If there's maybe a teacher watching right now, or a college tutor wants to try and get his school more involved in rugby, is there any information? Is there any way how they can get in touch with you?
Yeah, there is. There's loads and loads of information on the englandrugby.com website, and that is from playing to coaching to refereeing to volunteering to being involved in the game. Whatever your motivation, that's the place to go to find out all the information. And then we have a team of people out across the country who can help do that, not only our staff but right across the country in our county unions, etc. A whole load of volunteers who are ready to accept people, get them into the game.
Well, we look forward to see what the next chapter may be, Mark. Many thanks for joining us up here on the gantry, and we wish you well.
Thanks, Johnny. Cheers.
Mark Somash, the head of rugby education at the RFU. Right now, though, it's been the French students who have been teaching England a lesson so far, in all fairness. Sam Howard, your expectations as we start this second half?
I think England have got to come out positive. They've got to sort out their line out, and they've got to look after the ball. I think if they do that, they can open this French team apart, but they've got to look after the ball for 4 or 5 phases, and I think the French team's defence will then leak some gaps for the England speedsters to get through. But just listening to Mark there, the RFU are doing a cracking job on sort of developing the numbers playing at all age groups, at all schools, and I think they should be commended, and not just players, referees, coaches. They really are driving English rugby very, very well.
As I mentioned, the ground, the foundations were laid during the 03 World Cup, and it's still, you can see right now with the current England side what the fruits of the labour has been in the last 14 years.
Oh, most definitely. But we do have a huge player base to pick from.
Oh, that's not the start you're looking for.
Oh no, I just wonder whether there's maybe a little bit of dew in the air that makes the ball a little bit slippery, because I think France had a little bit of an overlap then. I think he looked up and saw some space and got a little bit excited. But now, English scrum, which has looked dominant, to be fair, the last 3 scrums.
Indeed it has. Yeah, as you mentioned, it's a bit of a chill has gone in the air all of a sudden here in the University of Bristol. It was a lovely spring-like, or summer's-like evening, wasn't it, when we kicked off, and now it's a little bit of a chill. I'm pretty glad I brought my jumper with me. It's
not as cold as other games we've done, though.
Oh no, me and you have been at Twickenham when it's been like -7 before now, you're right. Pointer with the put in. Scrappy scrum, goes England wide. Do you agree with that?
I have no idea what goes on up there.
The science of the scrum, who knows?
I think he's given it. If you look at the French angle there, they've angled in. Even I can see that. Yeah, one can't go in on that angle. You've got to stay square.
Three points the difference. Isaac Miller. The captain of England students, also the captain of Loughborough. Again, a little bit loose from the line. Picked up by his opposite number, Thomas Bodez. Romera. Danon. Deep, but stayed in field. Loughborough's okay with the counter-attack. Stopped by Danon. One or two arguing that may have been a little bit high, but our referee Robert Price of the WRU is pretty happy right now. Poynton with Koki. Tackle there by Kabash. Thomas Bodez with the tackle. Still in England territory. Uzokwi. Charlie Dunbar of Bath. Poynton. And we're going to have 10 minutes in the bin, and France are going to go down to 14.
Well, I think that's the first time, as we said, if England look after the ball, it's a bit of a loose kick to Kay, who looks so sharp at fullback. He's made a little bit of a half break. England have kept the ball for 4 or 5 phases. France lose their discipline, and now England have got a great line out in the 22. I think if England can maintain that level of intensity, looking after the ball, Dunbar's carried hard all day long. Great start from England.
Gerard Lethra of Toulon University is the man who's gone in the bin for 10 minutes. But again, loose and scrappy once more from England. Box kick. He's going to land in to touch. The ball boy runs away.
He almost got
and also nearly got clobbered there by Harry Glover.
But again, it's just such a shame, this England line-out. That's 2 England line-outs we've had. We haven't won one yet.
Miller. Stolen again from the line-out, and ball was knocked forward. Blue ball. France have the put-in.
Yeah, so that's 2 in a row that they've gone to the back. It's obviously France have got a pod back there. I think maybe England are just overcomplicating that line out. We just need to win the ball and look after it.
Romera with the put-in. Picked up by Audrey. Good offload. Rampart keeps it in field, but kicked out into touch. Just checking in, it might have been an earlier knock-on again, and a little bit of afters once more. Now referee Robert Price is in the middle of it all. I'm just checking with the touch judge here what the decision is.
I think it was a knock-on from France. Good tackle from the English number 8 there.
Oliver Robinson of Northumbria.
Yeah, gets back here, makes a good tackle. Maybe the 6 should have passed it into the 9 then. He probably could have a good bit of a run in there.
Poynton puts in the scrum. France strong scrum this time from them. Tackle on Robinson. And now it's out and popped into Poynton's way. Kick is deflected into touch. Now a little bit of a scrap fest all of a sudden.
Yeah, it is all a bit scrappy. Again, a scrappy scrum there. Unfortunate from Poynton. I think it was the right decision. If he got the kick over, it was probably a foot race.
Now, Miller, does he go long again? This time into midway in the line. Charlie Dunbar. Tackled there by Thomas Bodez. Miller. Poynton. Landry. Ball stolen. Still a bit of a juggling act, but the ball has been knocked forward, and One or two handling errors we've seen so far in the first 7 minutes of this second half, Sam, and maybe you're right, maybe there might be a little bit of dew in the air that's caused
I'm
one
just
or two enforced
because
errors.
it's the other side of the pitch. What is it? Just an intercept straight pass to the French guy. But again, much better line out from England, just right to the middle, simple ball, and suddenly they've got Dunbar over the gain line. He's looked very strong, carried well, and defensively been excellent as well. I think he's been the pick of the England backs so far, Dunbar at 12. I think when England have got the ball in phase play, maybe their outside backs have just got to communicate a little bit better where the lazy, unfit French forwards are, because there's a few of them walking around the pitch, and I think we've just got to pick them off. At the moment, we're just going through the systems and playing the same way, which I think is playing into their hands.
You're chuckling away to yourself.
The French coaches over there in their magnificent retro white tracksuits are going
fantastic.
bananas.
They're like something like the Montreal Olympics, aren't they? They're magnificent, aren't they?
And they're going nuts at scrum time. I love the French. Let's hope we get a clean ball. I don't think we've had a clean ball from a scrum yet, and get this England backline moving.
Penalty England.
I'd quite like the ref there just to say the ball's at the back, use it, you've got the penalty, and almost give them a bit of an advantage to see what comes from that scrum. The ball's there, why doesn't he just say use it, and maybe England can actually have a go with a 6-on-4 with their backs. England very dominant at scrum time there.
Now England on the run. Robinson. Poynton. A little bit of a juggling act and spilled again. So another knock-on advantage being played here for France. Caramel runs into a white wall. Zika. Julien Nilon on the field now for France. Good offload it was indeed, and now one man to beat here for the number 11, Valentin Soz. Thunderous hits, and it was needed. Still with France possession. Ollier into the England 22. Valentin Soz picked up by Kabash. Quickly Audry. Now driving. Now France using their strength. Picked up. Kabash is the man under it. It's going to be Thomas Bordez. He's going to hunt for the line. Xavier Zika. France look to extend the lead. And still with a man short as well, just to remind you. An army of bodies camped down on that try line. It's Bordez again, who picks up. Valancourt. Crossfield kick, and that might be too far. But back they come for the penalty. It was a free ball.
Yeah, and again, that all came from an England turnover in the French half, and the French backs and forwards are offloading brilliantly, and now they're under pressure again.
Options here.
Corner, line out.
Gotta be. Lucky chip out into touch. This is where it started.
Oh, it's a beautiful offload, but the line the wingers taken, always tell sort of your players, when you come on an offload, come short, the player's got people around him. But again, Dunbar makes a great tackle there.
They were changing the scrum half as well. Sam Poynton of Loughborough's going off the field. I think that's Harry Cochran of Harbury coming on.
Was he the lad that came on for Harbury, or did he start for Harbury?
Started at Harbury last week. He was set out on the wing, but he's a jack of all trades. But right now, France looking to be the masters of all. Nilon, Thomas. France will use their strength to gain the inches. Get that one extra yard. Again, just shy. Good scrambling in defence at the minute. France are huffing and puffing, but they can't blow the England house down right now. But can they? This side they can! Looks like number 16, I think it's Thomas Norman, who's just come on the field. I think he's the one who's celebrating the try, and he's the one with the fist pump right now, and France have an 8-point lead.
You can just see and hear the passion from the French players once they've got their score. Fair play, it was pretty Route 1 stuff, but they do it, they're patient, they kept going, man arriving always on his feet, and eventually just the power told, and England just couldn't keep repelling from that close to the line. But what was interesting to see that once they scored, the French, the passion, look at them, they care about this match out there. They're here to win this. And England have got to play, to be fair, we've been fairly polite about England's performance so far, but they just keep coughing up the ball. The line-out's not functioning. They've got to look after the ball better. Otherwise, this French team, they keep coughing up, they're going to keep scoring tries.
I think that they were down, they were still at a man disadvantage as well. Some questions being asked here of this England setup. In the meantime, Darnon, this to send France 10 clear. Draws in beautifully. 10 points the difference. 25 minutes to play. England trail France by 18 points to 8.
Yeah, hopefully, I think we're just seeing a few subs come on now. Yeah, and hopefully they'll make a difference to this English team. Maybe liven it up, because they've got to do something. They've got to look after the ball. Show a little bit more energy.
A loose restart again from France, but they do retain possession. The box kick. Oliver Robinson is the man who's trying to catch it, and it was nearly a great take from the Northumbria number 8. Instead, it's been picked up by Valentin Sors of Bordeaux. And France now have England at 6s and 7s at the minute. Maybe they're sensing the ball was a little bit forward, and that was a tight call.
Yeah, it was. But I think you just got to say they're sensing sort of, France has definitely upped their game in the last sort of few minutes. But this left wing has been outstanding. He almost gets this catch. And then, as you say, fortunately the refs called a forward pass there, because otherwise they were in again. They're coming onto the ball quicker than England are. They're looking after the ball. Everything they're doing is a yard faster than the England team at the moment. But great position to have a scrum right in the middle, can go either side. Hopefully England can get something from this now.
Harry Cochran of Harbury. No scrum. You're about to call an England penalty there, but in all fairness, when they will. After the first scrum, which France dominated, since then it's been one-way traffic in the scrummaging area.
Very much so, and as I said, I'm not an expert on scrums, but it looks as if the French loose head just working collapsed it then.
Well, he has been very scrappy and loose all match, in all fairness, in this phase of the game. I don't think we've had one perfect scrum so far, have we?
No, we haven't. Neither side. Neither side's been able to attack from scrum, which I think is the best ball as well. Unfortunately, neither side have been able to get it going. Odds of a penalty here. Which way? Who knows?
Yeah, which way? Yeah, is the question. We go again. Third time's a charm. And it is England's way once more.
Yeah, I think he's right there. It looks as if the angle again.
Landry with the kick. Gets into French territory in between the 10 metre and the 22. Your thoughts on this, Sam?
Thanks for asking me about the scrum.
That's my hospital pass to you.
Yeah. Again, the angle again. They're angling in, and it's pretty easy for the ref to give that there. I think the French scrums, they're allowed to do whatever they like in France, aren't they? I think they're not used to the referee actually refereeing the scrummage.
Long line out, collected by James McCrae. Zokwe of Sunderland. Penalty France. And you can see they're absolutely delighted there. Rampart and Tomar, there was from the work that they did in winning that penalty.
Yeah, it's a great turnover from Rampart there. I think they get Zukwi down, and then they're over the ball quickly. As you said, everything they do, they're bigging each other up, they're enthusiastic, they're backslapping. They really are up for this, and they're in a higher gear than England are at the moment, and England need to wake up, otherwise they're going to lose this game.
It's a case they could be losing quite comfortably as well. We have to change a hooker for France as well. Clement Martinez is the now man on the field on hooker duty.
Thomas Bordes, I thought, had a great game at hooker for France.
Now then the French right. Again, once more, bottle their way into the 22, and then they continue to go forward and continue. They're marching on towards the line. That is a superb try. They're over. They're celebrating. Our referee hasn't given the try, and he's just going to have a good look with chat with his touch judge here. But if they are over, that is a superb team effort.
It looks as if they have got that over there, which is a phenomenal line-out drive from where they were. And at that speed, it's actually not easy to control the ball when you're going that quickly and stay together. They did that brilliantly.
Thibaut Rampart was the man who came up with the ball. And France are now 15 clear.
They do really well here, because England have tried to wheel it and get them towards the touch, but they've stayed square. They're all in together. Once that gets going, it's very difficult to stop. Almost impossible, isn't it? It's like Dulwich at their best.
It took you an hour.
I have to get the line out drive. Simon Thomas would kill me if I didn't.
But alas, 15 points clear, and France are right now are on cloud 9. Down on to add the extras and take them 17 clear, then England may have to hit the panic button.
And it doesn't flatter them at all. They thoroughly deserve this. England haven't looked after the ball. Their set piece has not been great. And this French team look more accomplished than England at the moment. England look almost half asleep, bizarrely.
Danon sends it on its way, trying to drift it in, but he misses on this occasion, so still a 15-point game, and we have around 18 and a half minutes left to play.
Well, this is where Aaron James would have thought that the France would start to blow, but once you get up in a game, you become inspired, and you sort of energy levels that may not be there if the game's close. So England really do need to score quickly to get back into this game.
Audrey, a Toulouse University. Kick downfield now. We've seen some great skill that's come from some of these backs across the BUCS Super Rugby season. We know they can create a little bit of magic. Cochrane. Izokwe. Plenty of men over here on this far side if they go quickly. Miller. Good hands from Miller. That was a little bit forward from me, and the referee agrees.
Yeah, it was just marginally forward, a bit like the French one earlier, but that's much better. Play with a little bit of width, play with some pace, and it just unfortunately went forward. This is a lovely little offload here. Yeah, unfortunate, but much better from England, much better endeavour, much better pace. That's what they've got to play with for the next 20 minutes if they're going to change this game around. You can hear them actually talking down there about energy, about tempo.
Just remind you, if you're on Twitter, give us your thoughts. Use the hashtag England Students. Very warm welcome to you wherever you may be watching, via YouTube or via Unilad on Facebook. Great to have you here at the University of Bristol for this Students' International.
Facilities here are absolutely fantastic though, and I think it just goes to show again that the quality of facilities that most of the universities now are absolutely first class, and this is absolutely fair play to Bristol. This is brilliant.
Good crowd here this evening. They've got the pizzas and the bar on the go in the corner as well, so everybody's well fed and well watered this evening.
The pizzas are lovely.
Doing some of my VIPs around me as well. Valencourt of France with the put in. Skomar picks up. And again, it's all one-way traffic. It's one-way traffic through the men in blue. Up to the 22 they come. That's a bit of a loose pass though to stop the momentum. Into the 22 they come. Valencourt. Lestra. Great hands to Lekonanik. Valencourt. Thomas. Penalty advantage being played. So France will have a free swing here if they want to. Back to Valencourt. Pules. Danon. Back they come for that earlier penalty.
We really are seeing some French flair though. Their coach said they wanted to play with it beforehand, and they really are now. The offloading game, the pace they're coming onto the ball, it's an absolute joy to watch. They're playing absolutely fantastic rugby, France. They're just doing everything 2 yards quicker than England are.
And I think France are making the prudent choice here, get points on the board and try and make England realistically now have to hit the panic button.
Oh, most definitely, it's the right decision to make. It's a guaranteed 3, eats up another couple of minutes of the clock as well. As we said earlier, they're here to win this game, and taking the points here is definitely the right decision. As you said beforehand, you just wonder, as you said, it's their only game. Come here, have an absolute swing. They've got nothing to lose, and it seems like that's what they're doing. And England will maybe just rely on the fact that they've had 10 days together.
Danon with the 3 points. France lead by 18. 26 points to 8 with 15 minutes left to play. Next score vital, and it has to go to the men in white. Otherwise, this game is dead and buried.
Yeah, very much so. It's going to take a major turnaround. If they score quickly, then it could be on. But the way things are going, England need a big turnaround.
Andrew restarts. Beautifully taken by the French number 18, Clement Beats. Well, we did say, Sam, just at the end of the start of the second half, how important will the replacements be? So far, the French replacements have been magnificent.
Oh, they've added, haven't they? They haven't taken anything away. They've been absolutely brilliant.
Valancourt, chip over.
Hello.
Oh, beautiful. Oh, nearly so good there from Anthony Ollier. And he had a man to his left-hand side if he would have caught it as well. That could have been game, set and match.
Yeah, lovely to see. They've seen that the England backs are coming up quickly. There's little room in behind. Beautifully weighted kick, and he just couldn't quite hold on to it. They really are bringing all the tricks to the party tonight. As you said, England have got to score within the next couple of minutes. If they can get some clean ball from this scrum, maybe they can get some of their speedsters away out wide, which they just haven't been able to do. They haven't been able to give their back three the ball in space at all evening.
Around 13 minutes or so left to play. Our clock's just an approximation. We go on the referee's whistle, but England are facing two enemies right now. One's the 15 men in blue, and the other one is the little clock ticking away in the corner. It's an uphill battle for the men in white. And if you're a betting man, you put in France mega favourites at the minute.
Very much so, and as you say, I think it's a big surprise. I think most people in the ground, speaking to people beforehand, I certainly did after looking at the England performance on Sunday, that they would come out here and definitely score some tries. But apart from, as I said, after 30 seconds they scored, and they haven't really looked like scoring since.
I'll be reset once more. Well, in all fairness, France will not be minding this whatsoever right now.
No, they've got no problem just resetting scrum after scrum after scrum. What would be interesting here, I'd like to see now if England do get a penalty from this scrum, for them just to tap and go. Don't bother going for the kick. The line-outs hasn't worked that well. Let's just up the tempo and go for it. Which
some very talented backs that I'm seeing here with Kay and Forrester and Dunbar and Landry. You know, these guys have been scoring tries, some of them for fun. Forrester especially, and Kay as well. You know, pair of them 8 tries between them two this season, but they've been had very quiet games. The pair of them. James McRae 7 tries to his name. Number 6. There's the penalty.
Right, go.
Tap and go. Ball. The referee stops it just when he wanted to tap and go.
It's great that they actually wanted to tap and go there. Oh, again.
Well, Landry wants the ball. So our referee just explaining to Thomas Normand. Just basically warning them, we'll have no more of that, please, if you don't mind. So Landry with the ball in hand. You still argue tap and go here is the prudent choice.
I think now that it's become slow, they probably do have to kick. It becomes so slow, far too organised. But it was good that they wanted to tap and go from that scrum. Maybe the ref could have had a little word with the French guy in the next phase and let it go. But yeah, Aaron James wanted fast and furious. We haven't had that at all in this game, and we hopefully next 12 minutes England are going to have to play fast and furious if they want to get back into it.
We've got 11 minutes left to play. Ryan Roach, Cardiff now on hooker duty. Does well. Cochrane. Landry. Will Kay. Good angle from Kay to gain the territory he has done. Cochrane picks up. Picked up by Adam Brocklebank of Durham University. Plenty advantage being played. Tap and go taken quickly. Cochrane spots the gap. And they're not 10 yards either, so another advantage being played here with Koki. Brocklebank. Cochrane. Landry. Forrester. Cochrane. Glover. Ryan Roach. Another penalty coming England's way. Mark Dixon chips forward and Dixon collects. Still kept in play. McRae. Cochrane. Plenty of men over if they go quickly, and they may do now. Forrester. Cochrane. Still there for England if they want it. Robinson. Cochrane. Slowed up and now a chance for France to organise. Brocklebank said he's going to gain a few inches himself, or 4 metres out. England need to go on the score sheet, and they need to do it quickly if they want anything out this tie. Trying to fish this ball out. Another penalty going England's way.
Could be a yellow coming here because France committed about 4 or 5 penalties in that passage of play. But wasn't that great? First time England have played with any pace and purpose throughout the game. They looked so dangerous. Cochrane's come on at 9 and added a little bit of pace to it. But that's the energy and the speed of which they should have been playing for the whole game. It's just been a bit disappointed we haven't seen that for the previous 71 minutes, because that was an excellent passage of play there from England.
Jeremy Valancourt will finish this game on the bench. So England will have a 1-man advantage for the rest of this tie, but whatever happens, they need a score from this passage of play. And it needs to be, well, the maximum of what they'll be looking for, but even then, there's still 2 more tries will be needed.
Penalty try from this scrum would be nice now.
Again, more time being eaten up. The French forwards will not be minding this whatsoever. Seven and a half minutes left to play. Use the hashtag England Students. Give us your nominees for man of the match. I know Sam will be having to think as well. Cochrane. England doing it the old-fashioned way. Penalty try. Well called, Sam Howard.
Yeah, the England tight head has been dominant.
One little bit of afters as well. Well, Landry's already kicked it over, but I don't know if the touch judges got that in time.
I think he saw it.
Landry just kicked the ball over. We're just checking with our referee, Robert Price. Well, I think he may have to take it again. Well, in that case, he needs a ball quickly.
Here it comes.
£13 points to 26, 6.5 minutes or so left to play. England need 2 more tries. They've got a 1-man advantage.
It's a big ask, but it's not impossible. If they can keep playing the way they have done for the last 2 or 3 minutes, then this could be a really exciting last 6-7 minutes.
11 points the difference. Around 6 minutes left to play. As France meander their way down towards the restart.
Yeah, every trick in the book now. But I think there were 2 tries in the last 6 minutes in the England-Ireland game on Sunday, so it's not over and out yet.
Oh, I've seen it happen many a time. Chip forward, oh, why not? Caught by Koki. It needs help though. Cochrane. Cochran appealing to the referee, but he wasn't even interested. Ball has been knocked forward. Oh, penalty indeed given this time. Now tap and go taken quickly. Cochran. Pass loose. And ball has been knocked forward, and 5.5 minutes left to play. There'll be another minute or so eaten up with this passage of play.
As you said, I think that word just summed things up there. Loose. Good play from Cochran. He's gone quick. And then just a little bit of a sloppy pass, unfortunately, from Harry Glover here.
It's forward as well.
But to be fair, scrum time, we've been absolutely dominant over the last 10-15 minutes. So maybe we can turn this off. I think the French are making, they're bringing their starting prop on.
Another chance to eat up a little bit more time.
He's had 3 pizzas.
So the referee just having a conference on the far side, it seems, with maybe the 4th official, in fact.
I think they may be asking whether that prop can come back on. I think we're going back into France-Wales territory.
Yes.
They've changed their props.
Yeah, they've changed.
And they're wondering why.
As a cackle of giggles go all around me in the VIP box here, you know. Well, Thomas Normand has made his way onto the bench, and we're still trying to find out if they do have a replacement. It's good that the clock has actually stopped, and now the referee Robert Price is going back over to the touchline to have another conference with his 4th official and the touch judge. Now they see thumbs up, we can carry on. Well, that was a waste of 5 minutes.
Yeah, they brought, fair play to the French, they brought Yanné back on, who scrummaged much stronger in the first half. But all of this is all just eating the clock as well.
It's a little bit of frustration for England as well, isn't it? Because they're the ones with trying to build momentum and a bit of impetus here with 4.5 minutes left to play.
Yeah, they did have the momentum. What will be interesting here is if the England scrum's been very dominant. France have stacked all their backs to the right. If England do turn it over here, which they could well do, they are on here massively.
And, well, that was expected.
They're canny at scrum time, aren't they, the French?
Use every trick in the book, absolutely, to get you where some people call it gamesmanship. It's just using the rules to your advantage. That's what I call it.
Very much so. Very much so. They came here to win. That's whatever it takes.
Take 2. What odds are you going to give me on this one being restarted? Not this time. Ball is out. Kick by Nilon. Good kick it is as well.
Yeah, smart play. It's only a 20-yard game, but in the context of this game, with 3 minutes to go, perfect play. Send it down there. England have now got to go the length if they want to get a score. Very clever play from the scrum half there.
Ryan Roach. Loose again from the line, but still picked up by the men in white. Cochran. James McRae. Ball is out, and this could be the coup de grace. Out wide to Pules. Nilon. And is Yanné. Thomas. Nilon. Ollier. Nilon again. Pules. Eating up the clock, the French, and to try and end this game on a high. To continue to border forward 5 metres out. And France will have the put in, and that should be the game.
I think
got a bigger pardon, but
I think he's given a claps more, hasn't he? But again, France just look so dangerous. They turn England over and they just keep the ball. Everything they're doing is just with speed. They look more powerful. They look hungrier. McRae made a good little half break, but no one with him, and France get another turnover. I think what's interesting, you said sort of the quality that we've seen from all of these players when they're playing the BUCS League is outstanding there. Obviously, there's no doubt about what the talent that's on show there for England, but just that extra step up playing international rugby just shows no matter what level you're at, under 18s, 20s, the full, there is that step up when you play international rugby, and we've seen that now.
Well, just to go off topic, George Johnson is very impressed by the French tracksuits. I think they're fantastic. I really do. They are very. I thought it was like the British tracksuits at the '76 Olympics. In all fairness, they are superb. Honestly, like if I want my nominee for the man of the match is the designer. In all fairness, of those tracksuits.
They're all the rave now. Look at them.
They're fantastic,
they are magic. I think you could pull that off, Johnny, as well.
I probably could. In all fairness.
Aren't they still wearing them in Cardiff?
There's a gentleman in my local who would actually like one of them as well. I know my dad would be watching right now, and he knows the gentleman in question as well. He'll be chuckling away. And yeah, Dad, send me a text later on, and you'll know the gentleman I mean. I'll have to ask the French coach if he's got a spare one. Two minutes left to play. England need, well, they need a minor miracle in all fairness.
Yeah, unfortunately it's too late now. This France team have totally outplayed the England side, especially in the second half. It's looked like they've wanted it more. They've been quicker to the breakdown. They've come onto the ball with more pace. Everything they've done has been faster and more precise.
Short arm penalty. McRae on the run. Tackled by Clement Beats. Sam gives, I think, for your man of the match, because we'll be coming to that point very, very shortly.
I think for England, McRae has carried the fight to France well. He's carried, he's tackled. I think Dunbar at 12 has had a great game, but I don't think you can look far beyond the French fly half. He's controlled matters, he's scored an amazing try, he's set everything up. I think the French fly half has been absolutely fantastic.
Thomas Danon of France is what we're giving as man of the match up here on the gantry. Let us know what you think on Twitter. In the meantime, England trying to finish in a blaze of glory. Oh dear. Instead, they're going to go out on a whimper.
Almost sums it up, doesn't it? Unfortunately, it really is. I think we came here expecting probably more from this England team than we've seen tonight. And I think to a man, they can all perform much better than they have tonight, unfortunately. But maybe it just shows that extra step up, the extra pressure, don't get as much time on the ball. And fair play to this French team. They've been inspired in this second half. Like they said they were going to bring a French flair. They definitely have.
So can they finish in a blaze of glory? Maybe not. And England will have the put in, but this, regardless, is going to be the last phase of play. And this French team will be, well, as Bill McLaren would say, they'll be dancing on the streets of Bristol tonight.
I think they're going to have a good night. They've already said that they've enjoyed their time in Bristol so far.
They're going to enjoy it even more this evening.
I think they are.
Cochran with the put in. And Hingham with the penalty again. And another card. So France going to end the game with 13. McRae. Cochran with the penalty. Tap and go, taken quickly. Needs help. Koki up to the halfway line. Penalty again. Ooh, a little bit of afters there from number 5 Jello Lestrade. appreciate the encouragement from Harry Cochrane for the ball. In the meantime, we carry on. McRae, Cochrane, Landry, Glover. Good hands from Glover to Mark Dixon. Cochrane. Well, if that doesn't sum up your day, I don't know what else will. Très bien, messieurs. France have been outstanding here in Bristol. They have taken their Students International and they've taken it with aplomb as well. They have defeated England by 26 points to 15. A well-deserved victory.
Absolutely, thoroughly deserved. At half-time it was anyone's game, but in the second half France came out totally dominated for the first 30 minutes of that second half. Inspired, played with pace, power. England couldn't look after the ball for any length of time. When they did, they actually got the score. But no, France team much better than the England team tonight.
Final score here at the University of Bristol: England students 15, France students 26. Sam is going to run downstairs now, and he's going to try and get some reaction from some of the French bench. Through the highlights of what we've seen on this gorgeous evening that it has been at the University of Bristol, and it turned out to be a hot evening as well for the men in blue. They have been rampant here, away from home, and they're only international. This was the big highlights when we thought after 30 seconds this could be a bit of one-way traffic, as it were. 28 seconds Harry Glover was in. As the French team, I think, may still have been on the M5 at this point, but England took advantage from a poor return from the kickoff. And Harry Glover opened the scoring after just 28 seconds. France had a 18-point lead. England responded with a penalty try of their own. But it wasn't enough in the end, as France have run out winners here at the University of Bristol by 26 points to 15. The French team are just having a celebratory team talk from their coaching staff. We're going to try and grab one of them shortly, as the England team are just getting commiserated down the far side as well. But it's been a great season of rugby that we've seen here with Rugby Vertical, with the BUCS Super Rugby season, which will be back in the autumn, when there'll be 9 teams taking part next year. Still trying to find out the playoff result between the University of Bristol here and Nottingham University. I think there's a second leg still to be played in that one. And that will be starting again in the October, when we'll be showing more games live for you by as many platforms as we can. So it's all smiles in France. It's a little bit glum in the England camp. And Sam Howard has grabbed one of the England coaches, and let's Sam Howard has got one of the England coaches with him right now, and let's see what he has to say.
Okay, so here we are at Bristol with the England students coach, Aaron Jones. Aaron must be fairly disappointed with that performance there.
Yeah, we were disappointed. We didn't get to do what we'd planned. Didn't keep the ball for long enough, either through phase play or set piece, and we just gave France too many chances.
Do you think that's anything to do with like it's a relatively quick turnaround from Sunday, or just the way things go at times?
No, we prepared really well. We prepared well enough to do better than that. The boys are disappointed. Everyone's a bit disappointed with. We didn't get to do what we wanted to do really. Showed a bit there at the end, but we were a bit too late.
Was that as much to do with the French and the pressure they were putting on, especially at breakdown and with their line speed, or maybe just individual skills weren't tonight maybe what they would expect to be?
I think we were just better than that. We did lost the line out battle. That didn't help. So we got ourselves, when we did get ourselves into good positions, we didn't hang on to the ball. And just an open play, we just showed once we got some phases together we could run them wide, and that was the plan, but probably happened 4 or 5 times rather than 15 times.
Yeah, that's what it sort of looked like, as you say, that last sort of 5 minutes when you kept the ball, when you played with pace and tempo, it looked like you had the French in trouble, but it just couldn't happen enough times during the game.
Yeah, we tried to play a tempo game, but the French, fair play to them. Every time there was a set piece, there was something going on, slowed it down. They walked across their line out. That scrum took a long time to get going. Quite a few substitutions in the front row, which was interesting. We'll have a look back at that, but fair play. We probably expected they would do something like that, and they did. We just said to the boys, look, a great bunch to work with, and we mean that. Disappointed with the result. There's learnings for us all from coaches and players. Still haven't beaten the France for many years, but we'll dust ourselves off and have a crack again next year.
It's great that, don't you think though, that student rugby is now growing again? I think maybe when rugby first went professional, everyone went down that academy route, whereas now the union, BUCS, everyone sort of realises the importance that it now holds in England and France, obviously. And I think the job that you're doing and the RFU is only going to keep making student rugby better.
Oh, look, it's brilliant. You've got. I think people have started to realise it. Thanks to the RFU and BUCS for the Super League, which has been brilliant, which most of these players have come. But there's a big spread right across every university, and the wealth of talent. The players are now realising the importance of education rather than trying to before or as well following down a rugby route. And I think it's really good, and I think university rugby will only get stronger, and it'll help the whole game. Some of these guys will be professional rugby players, and we hope we can keep developing more.
Great, thanks for you tonight, mate. Great to see you again.
Cheers, mate. Thank you.
Hi, I've now got Patrick Ledouce, the French coach. You must be very, very pleased with your team's performance out there.
Yes, I'm very happy of my team because today they practice a very good rugby with aggressivity, and with a good play in this free space. So for us, it's a very good win today.
How much preparation have you had for this? Because I know England have been together for a while now. What's the preparation for the French team been like?
3 days, because we arrive Tuesday to Paris, and after we arrive in Bristol Wednesday. So 3 days in order to prepare the team and try to meet a project for the team. And it was a good strategy because today we win.
I think there was the clear strategy, like you lived off the England. Whenever England made a mistake, you moved the ball, you offloaded, and you kept the ball alive and played really well. Was that the aim?
Can you repeat, please?
Whenever England made a mistake or dropped the ball, you guys moved the ball, kept the ball alive, offloaded out of the tackle, and ran really powerfully. And it was, you looked hungrier than England.
Yes, because we will see during the first half that the defense of England is not very organized in each line. So we prefer to work in the free space and in defense, no contest. We prefer to keep the line in order to take a tackle, in order to win the ball, and after we pass the ball in the exterior, we offload and we try to score a try.
Well, it worked very well, and your players seem very passionate. They seem up for it and over the moon that they've won. Very passionate that they've got the victory tonight.
Yes, we try to do that, but today it was a great match, a great day for us. But English team is a very good team too, so it's good for us. Yes.
Well, congratulations and thanks for your time. Enjoy your evening.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Hi. Hello. What's name? John. Hi, John. We've got Jean-Thomas, the French captain. You must be very pleased with that performance from the rest of your team.
Yeah, we are very proud to win against England. We wanted to win. It was the case from 2011, I think. So we had pressure on us, and it was a really good game. So we are very happy.
Got a few war wounds there. Very physical up front.
I had it before, but it was very physical. We had very glorious opponents. It was very, very good.
What was said at half-time? Because obviously it was very close at half-time, but you guys came out in the second half and just took the game away from England. What was said from the coaches or yourself at half-time?
We just said to calm down because we were in the game. They scored on the first action, so we just had to calm down and to play our game. So that's what we did.
Okay, well, congratulations. Thanks for your time and enjoy your night out in Bristol.
Thank you.
How you doing?
Hi there, good, thank you. Isaac.
Hi, Isaac. We've now got Isaac, the England captain. How you feeling after that, Isaac?
Yeah, look, we're absolutely gutted not to win. We set the marker there to go one better than last year. So we drew last week against Ireland and we wanted to win today, but we didn't come away with it, unfortunately. So we're massively gutted, but we're also really proud of some of the stuff we've put together over the last 10 days. Some of the stuff on the field and off the field as well. We've gelled really well and really proud of some of that. So there's loads of positives as well.
Were France more physical or better prepared than you thought they might be? Was there a case of underestimating them or not?
No, there was no underestimation. We knew from last year that they're going to be a big physical side. They were going to challenge us up front. Their driving ball was really good today. I was proud of some of the stuff we did in the scrum. I thought we were on top there, but yeah, they were really physical around the park. They got a lot of gain line, some really good carriers. So yeah, no, there was no underestimation at all.
And what I was just sort of spoke to the French captain. What was said at half time? Because at half time it seemed even, like up in the commentary box, there was not a lot in it. But in the second half, they came out and sort of blew you guys away for the first 10-15 minutes.
Yeah, look, we said obviously keep clear heads, but we wanted to raise the tempo. We wanted to run them around. We said, I think we said before the game, our motto this week was fast and furious. So we were looking to bring a lot of tempo in the game. And they sort of took that away from us sometimes, which is quite clever from them. So fair play. Yeah, so what was said was raise the energy, raise the tempo, and run them around. And we did that at times.
Yeah, no, very much so. As you saw towards the end of the game, you looked great. The whole experience playing for England, captain in your country, must be very proud of you. Enjoyed the whole thing?
Yeah, it's been amazing. Fantastic 10 days. Learned absolutely loads. The coaches have been great. The boys have been great. I've learned tons from the boys around me, so it's been awesome. Yeah.
So what's next in store for you?
Finishing my degree. Yeah, I'm doing a master's, so I've still got 2 sets of exams to go, and then see what on cheer for next year. Hopefully rugby.
Okay, well, congratulations. Good luck in everything you do.
Thank you. Cheers, guys.
Cheers. So that's it now from us at Bristol. Hope you've all enjoyed the games today and on Sunday for England versus Students, and we'll hopefully see you again soon.